So what do you do when you're lying in bed for 2 days with food poisoning? You're going through additional Janie Mackenzie audio. So first of all, a shout out to Daphne's Case Files, I believe the channel is called, who put together another compilation of Janie's audio. It's close to 3 hours long, I think. So I basically went through that and pulled out all the audio clips that aren't in my original Janie Mackenzie audio, which is roughly half an hour's worth. There's a patch in the middle where she's playing the martyr, and I nearly left that out, but I thought, why not just leave it in there so you can listen to what she has to say. As for the rest of it, there's not a lot of new information. A lot of it is just her repeating things or perhaps rewording things, but I thought it was worthwhile to put it all together anyway. So apparently we're all stupid people, so we may not get more audio from Janie. This could be the end of it. I just want to point out that from listening to all this martyrdom in the middle and looking at this post, I believe that Janie is trying to gaslight people because people are basically calling her out for her lies and her BS and her contradictions. So rather than admit that she lied or anything like that, she's going to gaslight people instead and say, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I'm going to take my bat and ball and go home. And to that I say, that's fine, Janie. You've given us more audio than anyone else has given us. And honestly, I feel like I've barely even scratched the surface in terms of analysing what you have in fact come out and said. So if you are now choosing not to speak anymore, well and good. Now, before I jump into this audio, I just want to remind people it helps me out if you hit the like button. Just helps me get my videos out there into the algorithm. And of course, please do leave a comment below. So with that said, let's just jump straight in.
As I'm going to say to everyone that is listening, I live in my RV, they live in the trailer. What goes on in the trailer is their business. What goes on in my RV is my business. It would be a different thing if I lived in there. I would know what was going on in their lives. But where I live out here, I have no idea what's going on in there. Okay, the cops showed up here approximately about 10:12. I would say probably about maybe 15-20 minutes, Cindy showed up. And when she showed up, Malaya was sitting on the ground with Meadow, because I came over to my RV and got her some snacks. And she was sitting there, and her mother showed up with her boyfriend. And Malaya stood up and gave her mother a hug. And then Malaya sat back down on the ground, and the only thing Malaya said was she told her mother that she said, I told them they were, I cannot say this word, but you'll know what I mean. Her mother said they were autistic. I'm not sure, but I can't say the word. And then her mother started babbling on about, I can't believe they're gone, or something like that. I didn't pay much attention to her, because then Justin showed up, and then I told Justin to go get the bike, the four-wheeler, and I came back over to my trailer, my RV here, and just waited around here until Justin came. Some of my family was here, so I interacted with them, and I'm not sure what time Belinda showed up, but when Belinda showed up, I was sitting on the bench, as I said, was crying, because I blame myself for not being up when the kids came, or when the kids were out here. And then the police officer was saying what she said to me. So I didn't really pay attention to when anyone of her family or people showed up, because I was just so upset about what was going on around here. So I hope that answers your question. No, I do not take my dog out with me when I go shopping. Actually, what I do is I put my dog stays in the RV, and I lock my RV. So my dog is locked in the RV. I'm sorry, I'm saying kids. I should be saying Jack and Lily. I apologize for that. You know, sometime when this was all happening, I wish my RV did run. I would just get in the driver's seat and I would just take off and go in the middle of nowhere. Not even tell anybody where I was going, and just be by myself until this is all over. But unfortunately, I can't do that because of what went on. So maybe after this, when Jack and Lily are found, I will take my dog, I will jump in my vehicle when I get it fixed, and we will take a long drive somewhere out in the country with a tent, out in the woods, way up back in the woods, and just pitch a tent and just stay there with nobody around. That would be so relaxing than hopping on a plane and going somewhere. To me, being by myself out in the country is where I always lived. I love the country. You would never get me to live in town because I am such a quiet person. And when I had to give up my trailer for Daniel and Malaya and Jack and Lily and Meadow, I didn't go very far. I just moved in the backyard. I still had my privacy, but yet there was people around me. And to tell you the truth, if it wasn't for me giving up my place, they wouldn't have had a place to go. So Malaya should take into consideration, I gave up my life to accommodate her life, and now my life is, I don't really have a life, but I was so good to them, and yet look how I'm getting paid back. And it just hurts me that anybody could do this to somebody that was being so generous to them. I didn't see Malaya on the driveway. I seen Malaya in front of my RV. And by that time, she had already called 911, because after I asked her what's up, she said Jack and Lily are missing. I said, how long? She said 20 minutes. I came back in here, got my boots on, went up in the woods. By the time I got up to almost the old road, I could hear the sirens of the RCMP coming. When I went around and did the area here, around from the road, around to the 289 and back and down, the RCMP were already here. It took approximately 12 to 15 minutes for the RCMP to get here. In the morning, it's between 7 and around 8:30 is the busiest time, because people from Stewiacke is coming through to go to work. And the busiest time in the evening is around 5:30, 6 o'clock, when people are coming home from work. That's the busiest time of this road. Yes, you could see the trailer and my RV from the road, yes. But the kids were in the back of the long trailer. That's where they're fenced in. So, the only one that anybody would know that the kids were in the yard, they'd have to come in the driveway and look in the backyard. But as I said, there's 3 questions. 1, how would anybody know they were home from school? And 2, how would they know the kids were outside playing at that time? And my dog sits in the front windshield of my RV all the time during the day. So nobody comes in my yard without my dog letting me know. And my dog hears people Like when I had that visit from Mr. Parker today, my dog heard him and seen him coming in the yard. That's who let me know he was here. My brother had a bear on his doorstep, and he was watching it through the window. It just seems he opened up that door, and that bear heard that door open. Man, that bear was gone like a bat out of hell. So yeah, I've been talking to any other group except for you guys. So I never said another thing. Well, it's out there. Somebody in here is squealing because it came from an anonymous person. Anonymous person. And I thought I corrected myself on that when I said I thought it was 15 minutes, but as somebody explained, time went by and time went by. Yes, it did. I don't know. She was here anyways. I don't know what time she got here. I already explained that to you guys. Oh, and by the way, everything that I said about Cindy, about she got there 15 minutes after the police arrived, it's all over another chat. Hey, it's all going to be out there anyway when my interview comes out. But the thing is right now went on here and told you guys everything, and now, as I said, people are starting to say shit. And I knew it would happen. But I've been called a liar before, so it don't really matter. I corrected it with you guys. I said I wasn't sure. I corrected myself, and I said I wasn't sure what time Cindy got there. As somebody said, you were probably so confused. Yeah, I was confused about that day. So really, it doesn't really matter what time Cindy got there, because there's no relevance to the thing anyways. We're just looking for the missing kids. It also says another lie that Janie told. So what other lies have I told? If this person is in here and listening to me, please tell me what other lies I have told. I told them that I'm frigged up on the time. Okay, I am sorry. I am so sorry that I frigged up on the time. Okay? What more can I say? If they got it somewhere else, that's fine. I just don't like what they said at the top of it. But they have their own opinion too, so there's nothing you could really do about it, you guys. People are going to spread it, whether you tell them to or not. I mean, that's the way the world goes. People thrive on rumors and accusations. They have to. Because there's people out there that don't have nothing to do. They're bored with life. And as long as they keep, as I said, throwing out rumors and accusations, this is going to keep on and keep on and keep on going. It's even going to keep on going after they find Jack and Lily. So don't worry yourself over it, guys. Just let it go. I'm not worried about it. As I said, I got big shoulders. I'll tell you what. I'll settle everything. I'll leave the group, and then everybody can say whatever they want. I don't care anymore. See, as I said, one little slip of the tongue, one little mistake, and everybody just pounces on it. Just be careful of what you guys say in this chat, because if you know that got leaked out, God knows what else was getting leaked out what you guys say. I'm just saying. Hey, I got big shoulders. I've been carrying this for the last 2 months. And it really feels good to get it off my shoulders and off my chest. So let them have their fun. I'm used to it. It's just that I wish they would stop it. But you're not going to stop everybody from spreading rumors and accusations. So just let them have their fun. Hey, don't stress over it, you guys. I'm used to all the rumors and the accusations. So don't stress over it. Just let it go. I'm fine with it. I just wanted to point it out to you guys that I just happened to see it when I went on Facebook, and I happened to see it, and I just thought I'd let you know. Don't stress over it. I'm not. Well, the person that sent it can't read anyway, because it says she was never on her way at 12:01, and it says at 12:01 I'm on my way now. So I don't understand, like, whoever put this is kind of weird, because I corrected myself, so it don't really matter. Let me give you a little word of advice. It's a chat room. You can't trust anybody in a chat room. because there's people that just want to just keep things going. They just find the least little the least little thing to pick at, and they just want to get it out there. So yeah, and I corrected myself in here so many times, but it's okay. There's nothing I could do about it. The neighbor, yes, was the one that said we had the party. And to take the heat off of him, yes, because he's been in trouble before with the law. Yes. He knows he knew that Jack and Lily lived here because the kids went the same bus together. He has 2 boys. And yes, the RCMP probably did question him. No, Malaya was not close to any of the neighbors. Nobody came here to visit Malaya, not even her friends, only her grandmother and her mother every now and then, and her half-brother, Hayden. I was making supper for me and Daniel. You know, Mama's job. Look after your kids. I asked, how do you invite someone to your group? My sister-in-law wants to join, and I sent her, I went on your guys' Facebook page, and I added her name to it, but she said she never got an invite. Do you guys have to invite her? Okay, I wanted to check with her first to see if it was okay if I give her your name, or her name. Her name is Heidi Corbett. Correction, she's my sister-in-law. That's no problem. And I'm usually up late at night. I'm up most of the night anyways. And my dog is usually up sitting in the window at nighttime too, so I'm keeping an eye out. Like, I haven't moved off this property since this happened. I'm usually around here. If Daniel goes away, I'm here. If I'm away, Daniel's here. So there's always somebody here on the premises. So somebody's always here. No, our bear around here, he only comes every now and then because I don't put compost in the green bin anymore. I usually keep it till garbage day. I freeze it. I usually keep it till garbage day. And when the garbage day comes, I put it out. And I have two bird feeders out in my backyard here. But the thing is, the bear won't come around the camper because my dog scares him away, right? And to tell you the truth, the birds aren't even eating out of my bird feeder. I don't know why. The funniest thing is the birds rather go in with the chickens and eat their feed. So the birds are getting fed. So they just love being around the chickens. I think maybe they think they're a part chicken. I don't know. Well, I don't need bear spray for people because we have one that comes here and visits us. But just as soon as my dog sees it or hears it out in the yard, boy, he just starts his barking. And he wants to get out. He wants to get after that. Like one night, the bear, I had a little compost bucket right out here at the end of the big trailer. And the bear was out there thrashing it around, trying to get it open. And my dog was up on the window. And it's a wonder he didn't go through the window. And he was growling and snarling at it. And I had to keep him in because I didn't know if he was going to go through my fence or not, because he wanted that bear some bad. So, but when my dog does bark, the bear usually takes off because he hears the dog barking. The only thing I heard about be aware of sign is when you have one of them posted, it means that you have a visage dog on your property. I've heard someone say that if I'm going to get any signs about dogs, it should be dog on premises. Surveillance cameras, yes, I could get some of them. But I think no turning on a private drive and no trespassing. I was told to get some of those. But I will look into it. I will look on the internet to see what my best solution is to this problem. It is a good idea, though. You would catch whoever turns in your driveway, but I don't know if you'd have to pay for damages or not because it's on your property and they're not supposed to be in your driveway. If you get, I'm going to get, next time I get to town, I'm going to get some signs, no trespassing signs, and no turning private drive. So when they're posted, people will have to stop turning in my driveway. But I was told when I ordered Haley and Shelby, I believe it's Shelby, off of my property, they were allowed to come within 15 feet in my driveway. So yeah, it could be damage to other vehicles. Yeah. Oh, and when this here news release that I put out, it's on CBC. I think it's national-wide. I'm not sure. I know it's CBC. When people were driving by here, they were slowing right down, and because they seen the van, they parked it on the side of the road. So after this here is broadcasted, I don't know when. She doesn't know when she'll do it, but apparently mine and Darren's interview are supposed to be one right after the other. I don't know when it'll be on. She's gonna get in contact with me and to see if there's anything else that she wants to ask me, so I have no idea. But yeah, once this here goes out, all the news people that I've told to get off my property before will be all back again. So I'm just going to have a good time telling them to get all off my property, because I already told it to one news person. I'm not going to go and tell it to everybody else again, because they'll share it anyway. So, and it'll get all out there anyway. So no, just speaking to one person, telling them is gonna get it out there. No, I don't want to put chains across my driveway. I'm too lazy to get in and out to unlock them. And besides, they can come across my lawn if they want to anyways. Someone suggested that I take an old rubber tire and put tacks in it, put it at the end of my driveway. But knowing me, how stupid I am, if I took a vehicle out, I'd be buying brand new tires all the time, because I would be that stupid enough to forget them. And I can't do that neither, because anyone that comes in my driveway, like my brother or my sister-in-law and everything, would all have flat tires. And believe me, I can't afford to buy all new tires for everybody's vehicle. So I just kind of laughed at that idea, because just because of what I told you. But it's not going to stop people. If you put up signs, if you put up this and you put up that, it's not going to stop people from driving by. And taking pictures, or just sitting at the end, sitting on the side of the road. Like as I said, it's a public road. You can't stop people from sitting in their cars, sitting on the side of the road. You can't stop people from walking by your house 10 or 20 times. It's a public road. As I said, the only way I can stop people from doing anything is if they come on my property. I think someone in here asked me if I live on a dirt road. No, I live on the pavement on the 289. It's a main road that goes from the highway, from the main highway, or the old highway, I should say, the old highway, and it goes through Pleasant Valley, through Middle River, through Lyric, and goes all the way out through Musquodoboit, through Middle Musquodoboit, through Upper Musquodoboit, or Stewiacke, all the way out through, it goes all the way, it brings you out to Brookfield. So it's a main drag from going from the old highway through to Brookfield. And this road is traveled, truckers travel it when the season's open, they travel back and forth here. And since this all started, when my dog hears something, I let my dog out first before I go out. So if there's anything out there, or anybody out there, they know I have a dog. So that's what I have a dog for. So if anybody's around, I let them out now. When somebody comes in my yard, the first thing I do is I look out the window to see who it is. And if I don't know who they are, I open the door and I let my dog go out first. He's only a medium-sized dog, but when somebody sees a dog, they don't know what that dog's about. And this is his property. So I let him do his job. One thing about the search here, my family has grown up in this area. I have four brothers that live in this area, plus myself. And we were all out looking, all of us, because we know these woods inside and out. And we knew where Jack and Lily would have been. As I said, my opinion, from living here 26 years and raising my own children on this highway, or this 289, for all these years, why all of a sudden, in my opinion, would somebody stop to pick up two kids? As those are the three questions that I keep asking myself. One, how did anybody know the kids were home from school? Number two, how did anybody know they were outside playing? And number three, why was Malaya acting the way she did when I opened up the door? As I said, she wasn't crying. I never heard her yell. I heard Daniel yell, but I never heard her yell. She wasn't out of breath from running around looking for Jack and Lily. It just seems a little odd to me, but that's my opinion. Why she would just be standing there holding Malaya, not even yelling to me in the trailer. If she knew I wasn't home or I was home, she should at least yell to me and yell to me. That's what I don't understand too. Like, as I said, if it was my children, okay, here's an example. I know, talking about the old road up at the top of the hill, I can hear people when they go up that road. My dog lets me know when they go up that road. And the only one that goes up that road is usually my neighbor, and he has a really, really noisy truck. Believe me, a really noisy truck, so we know when he's coming from miles away. But no one has any reason to go up that old road. There was a tree across the old road, so the only way anybody could get up that road is an old road if they walked. The RCMP cut the tree out of there so they could get up to search. So there's no way anybody's going to walk up that old road. There's no way. Friday night, Daniel and I were in here in the camper, and we were just in here talking, and we heard motorbikes coming, and we heard kids, we thought it was kids hollering. My dog went ballistic. I opened up the door, Daniel ran out, and he went running up the driveway. My dog was going ballistic because we heard it. We thought it sounded like kids. We know it wasn't a radio because we never heard it going down up the road. Daniel ran out to see, and there was two people on motorbikes. They were dressed in yellow. And the next thing you know, a cop car, an SUV cop car, was flying down the road behind them. So we don't know what people are intentions of what people's intentions are. And to take the heat off of him, yes, because he's been in trouble before with the law. Yes. He knows he knew that Jack and Lily lived here because the kids went the same bus together. He has two boys. And yes, the RCMP probably did question him. And they're not people to deal with. And they already started rumors about us having a party here, which was not true. So I just would like to keep things quiet here. We've always been quiet. We don't bother anybody. None of the neighbors bother any other neighbors. It's just one particular neighbor that is a disturber. All this time to come out and speak about Jack and Lily. But when you have investigators telling you not to say anything, and they're getting after Daniel for doing it. They searched my trailer 3 times. Yes, I don't know why. They did. They even went through my washer spinner. They pulled it out and they looked in it. They took everything out from under my bed. They went through everything. The trailer, they were in the trailer. They searched the trailer. There was so many people in there. So they figured if Jack and Lily were in there, then they would find them with all the people in there. But see, where I'm here by myself, that's why I got the trailer, my RV got searched so many times. Investigators. No, they ain't telling us nothing. So it's time that I started telling people stuff. And I don't care anymore. I want the whole world to know what I know. I don't care if it hurts their investigation or not. People have the right to know what I know, and I'm tired of hiding behind them. So when Daniel and Darren did their interview, and Darren said that Janie would do an interview if she did it on her property. And they said that was fine. They came and they talked to me, and I said, yes, I will do it on my property. So I could show everyone what actually happened. Not tell everybody, but show everyone what happened. And that made me feel comfortable. One YouTuber asked why I was out digging potholes at 10 o'clock, or filling potholes in at 10 o'clock at night. And they actually had someone drive by my house to see how dark it was at that time of night. Because people actually think that I dug holes in my driveway to bury the children. Now, if you seen my driveway, how packed it is, I'm going to take the time and dig up my driveway. Like, how ridiculous could people be? So, thanks to my brothers for being out there looking for them, because they know everywhere. The cops, or the RCMP and the investigators were asking them where things were in this part of the country, and they told them exactly where everything was. So I thank them. We still have drones over the house here, circling all around this property. Like, I mean, it's mostly on Friday and Saturday nights. The drones are out. The drones are even following Daniel. If Daniel goes somewhere, the drones are following him. So if the drones are out here around this property, somebody's going to find something. Like, come on. Like, I don't have any personal life at all anymore. It's not that I really had one. But as I said, I just go out in my backyard now. I don't go out front at all because I'm scared somebody's going to come by, just like Portapeck, and say, oh, there's her, or there's Daniel. Like, I mean, come on. We have to be scared in our own yard when we had nothing to do with this? And people are driving by here so slow with their cameras up on the window, videotaping everything that goes on, or taping everything that's going on in this yard. Like, I mean, like as I said, Saturday night, I come home, I was at my brother's, and I come home about 10:30. There was this car that came by, and it slowed right down like it was going to pull in our driveway. But when they see me standing by my car, they drove by, and then they sped right up. They went up to the Lansdowne Station Road. I was still standing out at my car, watching them. They were up there for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then they decided to come back down the road, and then they came back by the driveway. I was hiding behind Daniel's car watching them. They drove by the driveway right slow, and then once they got past the driveway, they sped right up. I ran out with my phone and my light, and I looked up the road and I looked down the road because I thought maybe they were stopped down the road. So I don't know what intentions people have now. And as I said, I told the investigators, I'm scared. I am scared because you don't know what crazy person is going to be out there, and you don't know what they're going to do. So me coming out with all of this makes me feel good, but what's it going to do to these people that are driving by here? I mean, come on. I definitely believe the kids are not deceased. I believe they are alive. Okay. I don't know what she'd gain by this. Honestly, I don't know. You'd have to ask her. But that girl, she would get up in the morning, take Jack and Lily and the baby. She would drive Daniel to work. She would come back home, get the kids off to school, and then go back in and do what she had to do. She would go and take dinner. If she felt like, she would take Daniel lunch. She would come back home in time to get the kids off the bus. Then she would go back in and get Daniel from work and then come back home. So she wasn't isolated. Whenever she wanted the car, Daniel gave her the car. Then she bought her own vehicle, and she had that since the 1st of April. If Malaya wanted to leave with those kids, she could have left with those kids. I would have stood up to her and said, Daniel, let her go. If she wants to leave, let her go. Or if not, if I wasn't here, she could have called 911. I don't know what is behind Malaya's mind. I can't answer that question. I wished I could. I really wished I could. I wished I would have got up that morning and seen what was going on, but I didn't. I am so sorry I let those kids down. I should have got up. I should have went out, because I usually do when the kids are outside. I should have, honestly. I blame myself for not getting up that morning. If I would have got up, this wouldn't have never happened. It wouldn't have never happened. So I don't know what's going on in Malaya's mind. Honestly, I don't. I wished I do. I wish this would all end. I wish she would come clean, or at least talk to somebody out there and let them know. I really wish I knew your answer to your question.